carrying over from last week where you guys went to the slave auctions and you bought the things and you spent most of your money and Mikey got Mikey got a backstory and a slightly ominous, hey, if we see you on the seas, you're free game.
Yeah, we be pirates.
Yeah. Well, they be pirates.
True.
You guys be unaligned currently.
Chaotic neutral.
You're because I'm not going to call you guys pirates till you actually do some pirateering. Before that, you're just in the wrong fucking place.
I mean, we just bought slaves.
Well, you're only purchasing slaves.
Doesn't necessarily make you pirates. Makes you potentially bad people.
I was going to say, it also depends on whether or not we intend to keep them as slaves or, in effect, free them, in which case we're privateers, not privates.
I'm also going to point out, technically, Raymond bought a slave. The other two of you bought exotic pets.
Yeah, I bought a pet. And a potential pet.
Can my invisible character shoot Raymond in the face?
You're not involved.
What was that?
She's in a sassy mood, so she's commenting from the background. So yes. Currently, on the having bought slaves, only Raymond has bought one. The rest are exotic pets.
That was the D100 was for. It's for the amount of cops chasing Raymond.
You can assume there's cops on this island. So you're leaving the meeting hall. Was there anything anybody wanted to do before you left?
Must check sheet for money. No.
Not much, considering how much you spent last week.
Well, I've still got 500.
I mean, the ship also has 500.
Also true.
So the people on the ship still have a decent amount of money. Because I remember when I set the auction up, I actually checked the wrong person. I checked one of the few people who hadn't spent money this campaign, and then scaled everything for that. Thank you for that, by the way, Trent.
You're welcome.
I went to Trent and went, oh yeah, Trent bought guns and stuff. He should be a thing. Did that. Half hour into the session. Check out websites. Why has everyone else only got like $40?
It's I be bowling.
But yes. So are you doing? So Mikey's not doing anything. Peter, because you were there. And
nope, I'm carrying a giant egg back to the ship.
Yeah, well, you were there. And Raymond, you are also there. Are you doing anything?
No, nothing else here.
Trudge. Can people tell me what their passive perceptions are?
No.
18.
Shit.
Good
12.
12.
I only need it from
13.
I only need it from the three people walking. People on the ship don't matter at the moment.
You don't
what
matter.
about Witch Friend? What's theirs?
Like 13. Their wisdom is not great. Their passive perception is 11.
I'm better than the witch.
With an 18, you don't see anything. All seems to be fine. You get some weird looks. But considering the fact that Peter's character is carrying what is probably about a 3 foot, 4 foot tall egg.
It is literally bigger than me. That's the only thing I'm carrying.
What's your strength score, by the way?
10, so I can 150 pounds.
Yeah, and how much is your gear?
Like 4 pounds. I have a book.
And a stick.
Oh, and a stick.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, if you just have a book, you're going to get in trouble for casting without reagents.
No, it's arcane focus. The +1 grimoire.
Yeah, you can probably carry it. I'm not going to sit here and work out how much the egg weighs right now.
Why are you the one carrying it? You're the smallest person.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You also didn't pay for it.
Exactly, me and Raymond
True.
paid for it.
Nobody else said I'm carrying it.
No, you grabbed it and walked off.
I thought it was getting delivered to the ship.
That's
with
what they
the
said.
T-Rex.
But you walk down, you get some weird looks. Just nobody mentions anything. About halfway down, a window shatters as a chair was thrown out of it, followed by what you think was a gnome. They go out the window, they go into a bush, and then they basically run back in the front door screaming, "I'll kill you motherfucker!" And then there is a gunshot and silence.
That is awesome.
Do you choose to get involved in it, or do you keep walking?
Well, this is none of our business.
Keep walking.
It was a gunshot, and we have a egg. Eggs are notoriously easy to break.
Fair enough.
We also have a baby T-Rex we have to feed.
After about 15 minutes, those of you on the ship see your party members approaching down the dock. The four of them that left. There is now 5, and a T-Rex and a big fuck off cyan egg.
What have you got there?
Egg.
Yep.
Don't know her name yet.
Why do we have an egg?
Because it was cheap.
And what are you supposed to
Scary
hatch out
Hitler
of that?
person says it is Zappy Dog Egg.
Great. Zappy. Like electricity?
That typically be what Zappy means.
You go. Bzz.
So you're bringing an egg with an electric dog onto a ship that's on the water.
Yep.
I told
I
my
don't
chin
know,
and
but-
say he buys big bitey. He buys bitey T-Rex person as well.
It can swim, it's fine.
Big bitey lizard.
Really, James?
Oh, Pete, you don't realize how much my meme game is on point during D&D. I hold back on Saturdays.
Sure.
I wonder if Bailey knows he's muted.
Squawking.
Some more valuable input from the Aarakocra.
Yeah.
Was it actual speech or just squawk?
No, it's one you don't understand. That's why it's
Okay.
squawking.
So we just assume whenever he goes squawking, it's in our crocken, so none of us understand.
Sounds an awful lot like "fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Right. Shall we went?
Well, it is currently like 11 o'clock at night if you did decide to try and leave.
Hey, question: did anyone check with the portmaster when the tides were due to turn?
Does it matter?
Yes.
If you want to actually get out of the port, yeah.
Interestingly enough, that's more for like real life ports, not necessarily what is basically a cliff front where you're not worried about running ashore.
Yeah, I'd say because this is a mountain coming out of water, the drop-off is somewhat precipitous.
Yes. It is a little bit.
Out the big one.
Yeah.
Squawking.
Me be a scholarly pirate.
I mean, you're a classically trained seafaring fellow. Of course you would know this.
Yeah, true.
As would Trent, probably.
Yeah.
My character would, I wouldn't.
Yeah, me and Trent had the same background.
No, mine's named something different because it's homebrew.
Changing the name doesn't make it homebrew.
Technically it does.
Tell that to half the Unearthed Arcana subreddit.
Literally.
Seriously?
I was going to say, well, do you want to leave before you purchase meat for your beast?
Just
Why?
acknowledging Raymond quickly. Raymond, there was literally a meme on D&D memes. Welcome to Unearthed Arcana, where we have adjective for magical apparatus. adjective for sword, a unique detailed class of variable options. Basically, the exact same title everyone uses for like their spell blade and everything, which is the same title every time. We see like six of them every month.
Why?
Because apparently Eldritch Knight is no good, so everybody has to try their hand on making a mage blade.
I hope
Ah.
that's fine.
Okay then.
Yes, so buying cat food.
Find cat food
Fine,
No,
British
look,
food.
I-
with a T-Rex.
I am in the middle of researching something quickly, and like I combine the two.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, if all this fails, we have a kobold to feed the T-Rex. I wonder if that'd be a form of cannibalism. Do you reckon kobolds and T-Rexes have a distant ancestor?
Nope.
Like, in common?
Because a dragon is not a dinosaur.
Allegedly.
They can be as old as dinosaurs, but they're not a dinosaur.
How do you know?
I asked one. I went back in time and like, yo, are you a dragon? They're like, "Roar."
You're like, nah,
And I'm
dragons
like,
don't exist,
good
bro.
talk. And I came back, and now I'm here. Also, something about being my own, brother.
You didn't really think that one the whole way through, did you?
No, I just kind of started talking, and I was waiting to see where it went, and then my brain just kind of went, "Shut up now." I'm like, okay.
You didn't have your normal level of commitment to it.
I don't.
I just don't.
No. Tell that to my brain chemicals.
So yes, are you hanging around till morning so you can go purchase meat for your beast?
Why can't I just buy it now?
I don't know. Is there somewhere open that sells enough meat?
They came down a side path. They've not been to the market square. Everything was
I mean,
open when they left hours ago.
I would assume being a pirate town, it's kind of like a city that never sleeps.
There was also hinting that several of the stores opened after dark last week. Yes.
Those are specialty stores. They sell special cuddles.
They also spell
No,
special.
that particular
meat.
store's open all day. And if anybody goes there, I'd be prepared with your con saves.
You see Filthy Maggie.
I mean, she's cheap.
Yeah, I go and get fucking T-Rex kibble.
So this T-Rex, you would be aware, eats meat.
No.
So you can buy jerky, you can buy fresh meat. Kibble is not exactly a thing. I get that it was a joke, but kibble is not exactly what you would be getting.
Fresh meat seems like a terrible thing for seafaring.
I assume
Why?
that,
There's salt in the air. I can jerk it by itself.
I assume that's what you're going for. If you're looking for jerky, jerky will be more expensive. You have the option, because you have the option between like salted jerky, which has the longer shelf life, or there is smoked meat, which has the shorter shelf life but is easier and cheaper to get in larger quantities, because it's easier to smoke like a whole leg of ham than it is to make jerky out of said leg of ham.
Yeah, I feel like T-Rexes would have a sensitive salt palate. So let's go with smoked.
Um,
One a barrel o smoked meat, please.
Give me a second to just quickly check roughly how much that would be.
A lot.
To get
I'm hoping south of 500.
Oh, it's easily going to be. A barrel. Yeah, that's about apt. Punch something into Google. Go. That's the title I'm looking for. Click on that. Takes me to the D&D subreddit. That tracks. So I'm going to point out a standard barrel would hold somewhere in the realms of 160 to 280 pounds of meat. So, nearly a year's worth of smoked meat for reference on the upper end.
Well, roughly, what's the shelf life of smoked goods? Steamed hams.
Unrefrigerated smoked meat, I'd say a month without having to go do some Googling.
But,
I know meat was smoked for preserving causes.
Well, the other follow-up question is, how much does this fucker eat a day?
It's a T-Rex.
It's also a juvenile T-Rex. It gonna grow.
Yeah, but not in a month.
No.
It's not like a fucking German Shepherd. Let's just go with what we estimate to be a month's worth for a T-Rex.
Back in 1 sec.
You'd have to get his dinosaur book.
Yeah, no, 60 gold.
Done.
That is 4 pounds of smoked meat a day.
Yep.
Because
so that's
for reference, that is 4 times the cost of a ration for a player character. Because a ration is 2 pounds. This is straight smoked meat. So, and I'm going to say because it's a T-Rex, it's going to be a larger creature. It's going to need effectively double that weight. So 2 gold a day. So 60 gold for a month.
Works for me.
Yeah, I'm giving you the workings out in my head so that pricing can hopefully stay consistent.
Yeah. Well, we've got 30 days of rations for the full crew.
Yeah. So now you have a month. Well, actually, you have slightly less than a month because you have since acquired an additional person. So you actually have like 20. I'm going to say like 26, 27 days of rations. Because you bought a month's rations for the 6 of you, and now there's 7 of you.
Well, how much is it going to cost to top up to 30 days?
I'll say 10 gold.
10?
Yeah.
Does anyone care if I take that out of the ship's coffers?
It's food for everybody.
It's food for the ship.
It's little stuff to stop us from dying.
Yeah, because I'll say 10 gold, which is 20 days rations, which you guys had some leftover stuff, so I'll say that balances out to like a square month of rations for tracking purposes. That way I'm not sitting there and working out like every item that was in the kitchen and everything. Because you guys had a handful of days left when you got here. So you can arrive back, you have your I would imagine 60 pounds of meat is how much in kilos? I'm trying to get an idea of how big a thing.
5 pounds is 2.2 kilos.
So roughly half that, so about 30 kilos.
20. Yeah, it's about I'd say it's a largish powder keg barrel full of meat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say like largish powder keg barrel and then have like 60 pounds be like 3 roasts. Because you're specifically buying it for ship faring as a dried meat. It would come in a effectively sealed or storage container, not just in. This is not an environment where you would be getting Hessian bags.
We have been talking for too long about food.
Yes. You are now back on the ship. This is what shopping sessions are like. At least it's not been an hour and a half on a fucking dagger like two campaigns ago.
Right. Do we have any idea what we want to do now?
Weren't we getting this so we could sail south through the Isles and find civilization?
Well, technically this is civilization.
That won't shank us in our sleep.
I mean, fair point.
I mean, you did buy a very toothy guard dog.
Yeah, true. What's her name, Raymond?
I haven't asked James that yet, and you're getting very wrong.
Does anyone have a significant purpose in life?
Hey, James.
Insignificant.
I haven't sent you my backstory, have I?
No.
No? Okay, that's awkward.
Don't
I have
get
an
caught by
item.
people. That's my backstory.
I have an item from my backstory. I was going to ask if I know the location.
Send me a whisper and I'll tell you.
Okay. Let me get my.
Depending what it
Well,
is,
not about
I
that.
might be able to wing something and prep it while you're traveling.
All right. There you go.
So, do we want to elect a captain, or we just want to kind of wing it?
We'll get to that in a
Yeah.
second. Trent, sure. You can potentially have someone make navigating checks for that if you wish.
Well, bickering amongst ourselves to find out where to go, and by bickering I mean just awkwardly standing there. I mentioned that before I was we were captured in another ship. I managed to acquire a treasure map of sorts. I don't know where it is, but someone can help if we can go get it.
Yeah. Where's your map?
I pull it out of my pants.
Now the map.
Safest place.
As Mikey said, now the map.
I take off my shoe. No, I go to my lockbox and like it's in like a case, a map. What are they
Scroll
called?
case.
Map case?
Yeah, scroll case, but like under the lining.
Yep, easy enough.
And take it off and bring it back and go. Nah.
It'll need somebody to make like navigation checks. On Mikey's comment about setting up a captain and stuff, I actually do need that from you guys. I will get to the exact roles I need in a moment.
Because
But-
I have proficiency in water vehicles, so I don't know if that'll
Same.
help.
but I do actually need a series of roles on the ship. I just have to actually find the actual thing for it.
Well, that was in the High Seas book, wasn't it? That has ship-to-ship combat.
Not much, James.
Saltmarsh. I'm just checking if I've actually got it open. Because I've got a bunch of tabs open. Officers and crew. There we go.
Well, does anyone want to put their hand up for captain?
I mean, I won't say no.
I don't vote.
I am going to drop, for the sake of the people who know what the fuck is going on, I'm actually going to drop this in Discord. Of course, it's too long. Let's cut this in half.
Oh, I should preface this with saying, who has naval experience?
Well,
Me.
This is actually why I'm putting it in Discord, because
Nope.
there are we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Six.
There are 6 dedicated roles, which what I've just put in Discord does actually reference the recommended skills for each particular role.
I can be cook.
Captain is instant charisma.
I have intelligence and
It's
charisma.
because some of them will list a skill because there is effectively random events that may trigger that are bolstered by specific skills. The reason I need them is because some of these jobs also modify how ship-to-ship combat functions.
Ooh.
Question.
For example,
helms.
I think it's the Boswan can actually give advantage to cannon shots on their initiative and the like. What was that, Mikey?
So
There's no like helmsman.
Helmsman is handled by
Captain.
captain or first mate.
What is my charisma? Never mind.
So we try to get a job that's based on our stats then?
Those
Preferably.
basically those are the 6 roles that if certain activities are going, I'm going to ask for roles from like the cook, for example. So it's best to have a dedicated person for these roles.
So of those, I would be surgeon.
problem is, I'm either surgeon or quartermaster. I don't fit any others. The only reason I can is quartermaster is the nature skill. I have no idea of how to use that.
Hey, Mikey.
Schools.
Well, the quartermaster is the navigator.
Yeah,
Quartermaster supplies and whatnot. I have brains breaking.
it is, including supplying where we're going, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, Mikey, what's your charisma score?
13.
Ha-ha! I have 14, I'm the captain!
Yeah.
18.
So for reference, in combat,
What's your intelligence?
in combat there are
Not that high.
Hang on, James is talking.
In combat, there are 2 sets of special officer actions. Take aim. As an action, the captain, first mate, or boatswain directs the crew's firing, aiding in aiming of one of the ship's weapons, selecting one of the weapons to make within 10 feet of the appropriate officer, gains advantage on the next attack roll. Or full speed ahead, captain, first mate, boatswain can effectively do the dash action with the ship. Those are the 2 that have combat implications. The rest are mostly downtime stuff.
Fuck, none of my skills really match.
If no one
the
else can do cooking, I can do the cook because I have cook's utensils.
The only one that I really suits the first mate, because I'm going to be picking up persuasion.
So it sounds like Haley is probably going to take cook because I think she's the only one with the cook.
I'd be one with cooks, yeah.
I will point out, Zed actually has intimidation, persuasion, and is a charisma build.
We're not making
It's
an
me.
NPC captain, are we?
I mean, I'd rather not have an NPC be the captain.
Oh, no,
Just make sure.
I'm just pointing out.
I thought he was going to be first mate.
I'm just pointing out what skills he has. He actually doesn't have persuasion. I just checked. He just has intimidation. So he has high charisma
Here's the
and
thing.
intimidation.
I don't have persuasion or intimidation as skills at all, but I have high intelligence and charisma.
Yeah, so I'm just pointing out what the
And boat
NPC
experience.
has, since you guys can't see his sheet.
Yeah.
I would rather him not be the captain either. First mate, I'm fine with it because then he's still not in charge of things.
Well, do we want to go things that suit our backgrounds, or try and go with things that suit our skills?
Well, okay, if we go with
meta-
skills,
It's kind of a bit meta.
Yeah, go with skills, it's a bit meta. But if we go with like how we've played it so far, Mike, it makes you the captain. It would make me the quartermaster since I've already rolled for the navigation stuff already.
Well, see, the other thing is there's nothing saying in universe you have to go where the captain. It's a case of Mikey is the captain for sake of navigation. It's the case of these are the roles being filled job-wise, not necessarily in a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Which would allow...
This is what we tell the other people.
Which would then allow you to, like, focus more on, hey, Haley's got cook's tools. We've got a surgeon. First mate is someone who can actually help keep keep people in line and maybe shut up people who are raiding us, for example. Allows you to focus more on the skills rather than a ranked hierarchy. Because if you go ranked hierarchy, you're going to get people with like wonk skills. Again, this is up to you guys. But again, this is mechanically required for combat and the like.
Yeah, so there is 6 positions, and there's 7 of us.
Yes.
I was going to say, I have herbalism, medicine, nature. Yeah.
Well, I'm going
I would say you're probably the only one who fits surgeon.
I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you now. Raymond's slave does not fill any of them because at current they are a commoner with no skills.
And a slave.
Yes.
Yeah, so skill-wise, I don't fit. No, skill-wise, I fit bosun because I have athletics. I
Well,
don't
you're-
have carpenters.
No, but you also, for captain, you have proficiency with water and high intelligence and charisma, don't you?
I have 14 charisma, 18 intelligence, and water equal proficiency. So
he meets out most of the. He meets out
For most, for captain.
I don't have intimidation or persuasion, but that's okay. The first mate does.
Well, if we... Bailey, are you a strength build or a dex build?
X,
Because
I think. Oh no, I'm both.
No, you're set up for both because you're using a glaive, which is a strength only weapon. He's I think even in both currently.
we go Trent captain, Zed first mate, Bailey bosun,
Me
I have
surgeon.
none of the
Pete
skills for
surgeon.
bosun.
with high strength and athletics.
Don't have athletics.
You don't have athletics?
It's fine. I don't have persuasion and intimidation, Bailey.
I have nature and herbalism tools though.
Do you have high wisdom?
15.
It's not bad.
Don't-
You'd be good.
I think he's got the highest wisdom
It wouldn't be bad for quartermaster
because you
then.
don't have a cleric or a druid, which are normally your high wisdoms.
Or a monk.
Or a ranger.
Yeah, so we go Trent captain, Zed first mate, Bailey quartermaster, Pete surgeon, Haley cook, Raymond. What have you? I mean, could Raymond go the bosun? Do you have
what was
do you have
the
athletics?
bosun again?
Uh,
Athletics? No, I have
the
acrobatics.
bosun is literally the worst thing for Raymond. He doesn't have proficiency in any of that, and he's a dex build.
I do have athletics, and my strength is 16, so I could go bosun.
I will say there is the ability to learn to like train into tool proficiencies during downtimes. So things like carpenter's tools could be picked up over
Yeah.
like travel times and stuff. I'm not going to say skills because that gets busted with like the amount of downtime you guys are going to have. Everyone's going to be proficient in everything.
No, you have to take a feat for that.
Yeah.
Right, well then, if we do it like that, then Raymond's the odd one out. Unless we make him first mate and just maybe NPCs.
Well, I mean, I think Raymond wouldn't do horrible as first mate, from what I remember. He's got decent charisma and like the
My charisma's at 18, so
Fuck yeah, you can be first mate. The NPCs, fuck off.
and I am going to be picking up persuasion once we get to the next feat thing.
Do you have intimidation?
No, but they're both at 4, so
That's, not terrible.
Yeah.
Better than me.
they're the best.
Better than mine.
They're the best, except
So who's bosun?
I'm bosun.
Yeah, Mikey's gonna go bosun. Raymond is going
First mate.
first mate.
So Trent's captain, Raymond's first mate, I'm bosun, Bailey's quartermaster, Pete's surgeon, Haley's cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That was harder than it needed to fucking be.
Yeah, this is something that I only started looking into the ship stuff yesterday, like before D&D last night. So otherwise, I would have put this up on like Wednesday, so people had time to actually prep this crap. But like, this is buried in like stuff that can happen, like events that can happen at sea. Like, it's not like in the running a sea thing, which I already read.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really badly placed.
Right. Well, that's shopping montage and crew hierarchy sorted out.
Yeah.
Any more bookkeeping? Have we got fuel for the boat?
Isn't it wind?
It's yeah, like you're good elsewise. Like you're up for whatever at this point.
Hey, let's go get the captain's buried treasure.
Right. Yes. Quartermaster, look at the map.
Yes.
Scorpion.
Rolls noted on the ship's dock.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was definitely going to forget who was who.
Oh, I've already written down on my sheet as well. The captain should know who's so.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one more thing in Discord, which these are specific downtime activities that can be done while aboard a ship. I'm putting a break line in. God. Screw off with your this is too big.
That's what she said.
So those are the tasks that can be done as downtime activities, specifically aboard the ship. Since you can't do, merchant stuff.
Forage. Oh, someone did buy fishing rods, didn't they?
Holla.
Yes.
There you go.
2 of them.
Sweet.
Yeah, so Raymond, as the first mate, actually has the downtime activity of raising morale, for example.
Well, it says the crew's quality score. What's the crew quality?
Okay, so that is an additional thing to do with it's basically the morale of the ship. It's
Right.
used for crew quality is used in place of stats for initiative scores and stuff on the ships. So when you get into a sea encounter, the ship has rolls its own initiative of when it moves. And then instead of it, because it's a ship, instead of it having dexterity, you use the crew's quality instead.
I'm assuming you have a note of what the quality is.
I am literally grabbing it now. I think it starts out as 1 or 2 by default. This is the problem of I have a bazillion tabs open and several of them are repeats.
So only Bailey, do you have survival?
I don't have. I have 2 in survival, but I'm not proficient with.
Ugh.
I have a 4 and I am proficient, but
Yeah, but you're not the quartermaster.
nope.
3 and a proficient.
You're also not the quartermaster.
That's true.
Well, I had nature and medicine and stuff like that because of. Oh.
Of course you have.
Why would I not?
What was this?
It started already.
Power, it's going to my head. I can feel it.
Oh, I can.
What's this? A tricorn hat?
I nearly
Yo-ho.
made my character have a tricorn, but it didn't look too good.
Yeah. Yo ho, it's a pirate's life for Ash.
I do like that the ship can try and stealth.
Haven't you ever seen those ships roll in on a foggy night evening and just wreck shit?
Yeah, but you can only do it if it's foggy or not. And it's well, if you fail, is it just make it less foggy?
No, you just make noise so they can identify where you
You
are.
just forgot to turn the lantern off at the front of the ship.
Yeah. Somebody turn that light off.
Who's playing that foghorn?
There's a bad time to practice your bagpipes.
Some somber asshole playing the Titanic sinking theme.
No, I'm just playing My Heart Will Go On.
So
No,
here we go.
please don't.
Crew members. A ship
Theme song.
requires a number of able-bodied sailors to crew it, as specified in the stat block. A crew's skill, experience, morale, and health is defined by its quality score. This score can affect a number of general ship activities, like the crew's ability to notice threats or contend with hazards. Crew starts with a quality score of +4. but that score varies over time, going as low as -10 and as high as +10. It decreases as the crew takes casualties, suffers hardships, or endures poor health. It increases as the crew enjoys high morale, has good health care, or receives fair leadership. So
do we need a number of NPCs?
No. I have tailored the ship that you've got to function with 6.
Right, and we've got
6.
7.5.
I designed this ship to function with the party number. If you've got NPCs, once you hit a certain number of NPCs, you will get an additional action on the ship's turn.
Cool.
More or less, your ship can take 2 actions on its turn, be that move or fire a weapon. Once you have 20 total crew, which is the maximum number for a sail ship, which is what you have, you will, it's 20 or 30, I forget, you will get a 3rd action. I think it's actually 30 for your ship. It's weird, the ship you've got is double the size, but it's supposed to have a 30-person crew.
Huh.
So we're just running it skeleton crew.
Yeah, you're actually running a modified below skeleton crew, because by rules as written, you are supposed to get a single action on the ship's initiative because you have less than 10 crew. I've modified this ship to be running on a light pirate crew, so it's only if you fall below 5 active members you'll lose that last action. Because otherwise, if you guys go up against like a crew of like 15, you're going to get murked by them being able to move and actually shoot. So you're not running at peak efficiency, which is why I'm saying like 20. You're running a small sail ship. Problem is there's only like 6 or 7 ships, and 3 of them are basically just the same ship with different weight allowances.
Yeah.
It's like sail ship, warship, and which are basically the same thing with slightly different health, and one has slightly more carry capacity, and then the galleon, which is slightly more crew, and then the others are like rowboat and keelboat, which are like 3 people. There needs to be more ships in the middle, or a way of modifying them. So you're running a sailboat with less stuff, basically.
Hey James,
on that
common
note,
magic items up to about 50 gold, aren't they?
About that. On that note, I'm actually going to give everybody the stat block for the ship. So you all have the NPC character sheet for the ship.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's immune to poison damage.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
You also note it doesn't.
Oh no, it's immune to surprise.
You'll also note it doesn't have any hit points or armor class, because those are actually listed at the individual parts. Because in ship-to-ship combat, you actually shoot different bits of the ship. Each having penalties. The hull is, you break the hull, you sink. Everything else fucks up the ship in one way or another. You break the weapons are obviously broken. You break the helm, they can't turn. Sails, the ship loses speed based on every amount of damage the sails have taken, and if you break the hull, you sink. And then damage threshold is the amount of damage it has to take before it actually takes damage. So if you shoot the hull with like a longbow and do 12 damage, the hull actually takes no damage. Which is why you'll notice that the swivel gun and cannon are doing multiple D10s. I actually haven't checked to see if those will actually roll automatically. Cool, they do.
So 3d10 and 5d10. Whoa.
Yeah, the cannon does have the caveat of you can't aim it, though.
Yeah. So you just got a 90-degree arc.
Yeah, it shoots sideways out from the ship, where the swivel gun, less range, less damage, but can shoot forwards, backwards, etc.
Now, do we get a broadside, or is it only one cannon at a time?
You get, as I said, like you get 2 actions, as you see in the actions. On its turn, the ship can take 3 actions, choosing from the actions below. It can only take 2 actions if it has fewer than 20 crew. So if they're coming up for a broadside, you can hold your action and prepare 2 cannon shots.
Right.
There is also, like, technically players can take shots on their initiative as well. But more often than not, players will likely be spending their turns reloading. For simplicity, I'm saying it's an action to reload each of the cannons, rather than like the 3 actions it is in the DM's guide, because that's gonna be fucking nasty in combat.
Yeah.
Because like a standard cannon takes like 3 actions or something to reload by default. Because they're supposed to be crewed by like 4 people in actual combat to get it done per turn.
Yeah.
Which is how they justify having like a 30-person crew for 4 cannons. This is all busy work, but it's stuff I'd rather get laid out before we go ship combat, and then have to do all this during combat.
Yeah.
Right. Treasure map.
Yes. Need a navigation check to know where it is.
Who was doing that?
Because this is not like a downtime activity, technically anyone can make the navigation check because you have navigator's tools on the ship. Those come with the ship.
Now, navigator's tools is a what check?
It is an intelligence check.
I can do that.
So it would,
I will do the aid action.
It would likely either be Haley, Trent, or Peter, as they have the highest intelligences, I believe.
I have an 18.
I also have an.
I have a 16, so go for it.
So it's
The captain will defer.
It's an 18 and an 18, so the captain will defer to Peter. So Peter, roll me a navigator's check with intelligence with proficiency. So
I'm not proficient in navigators, so it will just be flat.
yeah, that's right. None of you are proficient with navigators, so it's just a flat check. 18. You're aware that this treasure map leads to a small archipelago about 11 days to the east. It's a small series of, like, it's an archipelago. It's a small series of islands, but these are uninhabited because the islands are only 30 feet across. It's a glorified sandbar. It's very common. Like, it's your stereotypical, like, we dumped him on an island and there's 2 palm trees and a tuft of grass.
Cool, basically, I'm sitting with the
sandbar.
treasure map and like the main map, and I go, this island here, this island here, this island here, we go here.
It's not even marked on the map. You're literally pointing at ocean. That's how, like, minor these things are.
No, but like I'm saying, like the landmarks marked on the treasure map.
You're pointing out on it and on the other map, but like you are pointing at ocean.
Random ocean square here.
Yeah, which the captain and the first mate are aware. Well, you're all aware this is going to be about just shy of 2 weeks to get there. It is not in the direction you were intending to travel, but you should have. But by your estimate, you can go there and you should still have enough food to make it to mainland to a port. Provided you don't get heavily waylaid by weather or anything.
Is everyone keen for a treasure hunt?
Yeah.
Treasure?
Sure.
Sounds like fun.
Squawking.
Very helpful, Bailey.
Riveting conversation.
Squawkin' gonna get Squawker yeeted off the boat at some point.
Unfortunately, he can fly.
Yes, you must land at some point, and your T-Rex has teeth.
This is true.
But to be fair, Squawker yeet means the fact he can fly means all the more of the yeeting, because you know we can get back on the ship.
No consequences. Phew.
Also, remember your Squawkin has proficiency in animal handling.
Which I believe I do not have.
Okay, so you're traveling out like there is no real issues. You travel for about a week. It's, we'll say, evening of the 6th night. I would like... Who's the captain again? Mikey?
Me.
No, not me.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, D20, I get to do a thing!
You do.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
I was going to say, I'm assuming I don't need to roll checks to make basic healing potions.
No. You
You smell that?
You
I
have,
smell mutiny coming.
you have rolled on the hazards crew conflict.
You weren't wrong.
Oh no!
Dun, 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 dun,
Captain
dun,
title.
dun, 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 dun.
You couldn't have timed that better, Trent. Give me a second to read crew conflict.
Ah, the NPCs are fighting again.
The two of us just randomly have an argument.
Did you actually throw the bird off?
No.
Did someone diss my cooking?
He tripped.
We're teaching that child what?
Hey, Raymond, because you're the first mate, can you roll me a d20 as well?
D20.
Just a flat d20.
One.
North, no south. No north, no south.
15.
I've done a 1.
I need the captain, first mate, and cook to each make an ability check.
What ability?
As shown on the crew conflicts table, I'll get to that in a second. Basically, you are trying to settle down. Crew conflict lists as inevitable rivalries, just being bottled up in a confined space, anywhere up to feuds and petty crimes. So,
But someone did diss my cooking.
someone
You
maybe
say too much of my cooking.
Zed and Catgirl.
someone maybe dissed your cooking. Maybe Squawkin got annoying and someone threw a bottle at him.
Someone touched the egg.
Make an ability check as shown on the crew conflict table. This check takes place of any other activities that the crew might undertake that day. We'll get to that in a second. Representing the contribution to the placating the crew. If no one makes a check for a particular officer, a failed contribution is towards the group check. Even though the crew is causing trouble, membership. So someone needs to roll a d20 plus 4 for the crew assisting, just general people helping out.
14.
Cool. Determine how many of the group's checks succeed. The officer. So I need an intelligence check with brewer's supplies from Haley. So just an intelligence check from you. And I need intimidation from the captain and first mate.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
I was not very smart.
Oh, yay!
That's right.
I thought I'd roll much worse than that. I never roll well intimidation.
So,
Well,
Mikey, you were the general cruise roll, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yes,
14.
14, 5, 4, 21.
Good thing Raymond's here, Jesus.
Not a total failure.
So what,
Do
I'm-
we even have brewer's supplies?
There'd be brewer's supplies on the ship. Just there's no proficiency in them.
Why
Of
is
course,
it-
our chef rolled a 5. For once we have an answer.
Sorry, guys. I used it to cook this.
I was making a marinade.
No, she
You spiced up the
flambéed it,
stew
so
as
she
well.
cooked it up.
Okay, so can Peter, who's been handling it, can you mark the crew's quality down to 3?
I can do so.
As you recorded a fail, but not a total failure. The crew's quality score has decreased by 1.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh,
Now is a chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to show his quality.
Said conflict carries over to the next day, where I need those checks repeated.
Oh no.
Because
Oh, boy.
you need to get at least a partial success to end the conflict.
oh,
Hey, I rolled decent again. What the hell?
I was smart today.
I was intimidating.
Look at the perfect line of our rolls.
18,
there.
19, and
I
20.
need another flat d20 plus 3.
21, 21, 20. Ruined it, Mike.
11.
Really?
Okay, so that is a success. It's not a total success, so it does end the. It does end the hazard.
How much experience points do we get?
None.
So crew quality is currently +3.
It stays at plus 3. Had Mikey succeeded, it would have gone back up to plus 4.
Oh, Mikey.
But that one's only a temporary increase for 1d4 days. I need Raymond to make me a charisma persuasion check, because we've hit the end of the week.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
What the hell?
What do you roll?
23.
Mark that back up to 4, Peter.
I can do that.
As Raymond succeeded on Raise Morale. The first mate can manage the crew's time and grant extended breaks, provide instructions, and generally improve the quality of life. Once every 24 hours, if the crew's quality score is 3 or lower, the first mate can make a DC 15 Charisma Persuasion check to increase the score by 1 permanently. So, you had a fight, and then Raymond's like, fuck it, everybody take the afternoon off, and you fixed it.
We'll just drop the anchor. We'll relax out in the sunshine. Catch a nice sunbeam for me.
Yeah, so you after that, like that look of bubble, it delays you a little bit, but marginal. Like everybody comes back refreshed, and you make up the time you lost for arguing by catching a tailwind. You continue on for the rest of it. I need a D100
From
I don't care who. So first person to roll me a D100. 88 from Captain Ash.
Yeehaw. We basically rolled at the same time then, Haley.
Yeah, Trent came through about a half a second before you.
Damn.
I
Next
think
time.
I'm going to spend the first week trying to work out how chisels work.
Yeah, fair.
How what works?
Chisels. I'm trying to get proficiency in carpenter's tool.
Yeah, I would assume anybody who's selected a role that has a tool is practicing with said tool.
I have a tool?
No, that's cooked. So Haley is learning brewer's supplies. Mikey's learning carpentry tools. Peter is learning navigator's tools, etc.
Wrong person. I'm learning
Either
navigator's
which
tools.
way.
I'll
Yeah.
learn them too in case something happens, because first mate kind of seems like something I should know.
Yeah, fair.
Ahala stares in suspicion.
So I want to learn basic alchemist set, but we don't have one.
A herbalism kit.
I have.
I've got herbalism and poisonous kit. I want like an alchemy.
I have proficiency with alchemist supplies, and I have some, so I could
Yeah.
probably show you a thing or two.
So as you're sailing and you're keeping an eye out, there's a ship on the horizon. They're flying a pirate flag and they're coming this way.
Did we determine what
Invisible
flag we're
behind us.
Well, as far as I know, we didn't discover any other colors other than basic black.
Okay, so are we the red circle or the yellow circle?
I feel it's meant to be green.
What green? Oh, green. I scrolled every way but the way towards it.
You are the yellow circle.
No, right.
So is each square 5 foot, or is it longer?
Nope. If you actually check, I've actually manually scaled it.
Sure.
So each one's 10 foot.
Each one is 10 foot, just for the sake of it. Don't question why your boat is apparently only like 10 to 15 feet wide.
30 feet long and
I wanted the map
10 foot wide.
I wanted the map to be decently big for maneuverability without it being like 400 squares and lagging everyone out to nobody's business. So at this, I will need initiative scores. Everyone should have access. I'll make sure that the ship is toggled for control so people can roll the initiative of the ship.
So you want initiative from all the players?
Yes.
Will it work if we don't have our tokens? Oh, yeah.
I'll just have to add you to the table.
Well, 3 of us rolled 18.
In a row.
Someone should be able to roll for the ship now. as well.
I should probably roll for myself.
Let's
Sorry,
see.
I was writing a form.
Initiative for the ship. The ship got a 13.
An initiative for me.
Oh shit, this is a new day.
Actually, I think the ship actually.
Oh, fun!
I think the ship actually got more than a 13 for reference, Mikey. I think the ship actually got a 17.
Does it not have the modifier on it?
No, I believe the ship for initiative uses the quality marker instead. No, so your rolls are accurate, but I believe like their initiative is handled differently. Ship rolls initiative using its dexterity, and it uses the ship's quality score as a modifier to that roll.
So +2, -2, then +4, so +2 on top.
Well, no, the -2 is already on there.
Okay, so it'd be 4 higher, yeah.
Yep. And they rolled the enemies rolled an 8. I'll click initiative for Z. Annoyingly, I can't manually add them to.
Should we preface this combat by saying the T-Rex is below?
I would assume the T-Rex is below, or you have a couple of minutes for them to roll up because you've spotted them on the horizon, so you've had time to put him below deck. If not,
Well, I probably should have asked this question when I first bought it, but is it domesticated?
no.
Right.
That
So,
is something we'll be handling after this. You actually will have been making animal handling checks. I have to go and open the appropriate book though.
Yeah.
And check what the DC
Isn't that's a downtime activity?
I have to go double check because I'm using the taming rules from the Stibbles book.
Yeah.
Just because it has like actual taming beast rules as opposed to like arbitrarily make a thing check. Ignore me just dumping you all onto one side of the thing so I can add your tokens.
Mikey,
Mm-hmm.
I assume you would like assistance trying to calm the fanged fiend?
Yes, that would be good.
I do appreciate that like half the people with actual roles on the ship have changed their token names.
Yeah.
I do
It just
love
helps.
because England fucking hates saying things properly. It's spelt boatswain but pronounced bosun.
Yeah,
Right.
no, like reading it, it's like bosun brackets boswan, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's like how the English call lieutenants lieutenants. It's like, why? There's no F in there.
Because they're always to the left-hand side.
That's like
I actually have no idea.
That
if
is
that's
actually
right, but
correct.
Really? Actually?
Yes.
Oh, that's so dumb. I love it.
Because they stand to the left of their commanding officer, because their right-hand man is a higher rank.
Huh.
Well,
Cool.
it turns out you do learn something new every day.
I was just making a joke.
18. 18.
And also, one thing's pronounced stupid. Why is colonel pronounced colonel and not colonel?
Oh no.
Because it's too close to collars and colonoscopy.
Well, colonials there, but you know.
That might be another reason.
Because
And
English.
why isn't it colonial pronounced colonial?
What is that nat 1 you rolled there, Peter, by the way?
That's three personality.
Ren is in charge today.
Oh, yeah, fair. Ancient.
So be warned, my character just speaks abyssal for the entire day.
Fun. Yeah,
Cool.
I would assume this probably would have happened at some point in the last week. Statistically, it's happened before this fight.
Yeah, but why couldn't you speak Infernal? I could still talk to you then.
Yeah, why couldn't it be celestial?
Because it's a hag.
Is there any language someone in this party doesn't have?
Deep,
Dinosaur.
undercommon.
No, Undercommon is handled by
Beast
Zed.
cat.
Is Zed. Zed has Undercommon.
I was going to say,
just
Ren can speak
because-
Common and Draconic, but
because
prefers
me-
Abyssal.
Yeah, Zed has Undercommon because mechanically I'm making Warthians and Illithids both Undercommon. They're just competing on the opposite sides of the continent, basically. Since Warthians are basically space Illithids for how they're described in the book. Like, they both kidnap and eat people and, like, feed off psionic energy, so fuck it, they're both Underdark creatures. So, Captain Ash, you have first on the initiative.
Alright. So I'm playing for the boat currently, aren't I?
No, you're playing for you. So you can either move around and do something yourself, or you can take your special captain action.
What's my range again?
Not enough, probably.
What is your special?
Oh, look at that.
You can draw a map. Oh no, that's downtime
That's
activities.
downtime. The ship ones are on the ship.
Oh,
Do you
right.
want to know a fun fact, James?
I believe they're on the ship anyway.
They are,
No, they're not.
No, I'll tell you. He has the oh, that's right. I've got them pulled up here. He has action full speed. He can do either take aim or full speed. Yes, Trent. Are they actually in range?
They are actually in range of my rifle.
You can target individual people. There are actually rules for picking off their crew.
Hey, Mikey.
From the tip of the ship.
Give me a moment. I just have to quickly roll something.
Just the tip.
Just the tip so far.
Mikey, Kahala has speak with animals,
Nice.
which makes it so much easier taming something
Yep. Cool.
when you can barter with them.
I just had to actually roll how many crew they had.
So, like, okay, I need a ruling from the DM.
Yes.
I don't have a scope or anything like that. Can I actually make that shot?
It's within your weapon range, yeah?
Correct. I have 240 max range.
Then yeah.
Well, so let's say tip to tip's what, 170 feet? That is about. Hang on, math.
You're not going to hit the captain, but you can probably hit like a navigator at the front or a gunner.
It's like 60 meters.
Yeah.
And I
One side of
also
a football field to the other.
It's gonna be a difficult shot, but you can see these people. It's not like you're shooting a mile.
it's true, and I don't get disadvantaged because of sharpshooter, not that I'm hitting my max range anyway.
Yeah, so you can make your roll.
Cool. I'm going to shoot probably the navigator. I feel like that's a safe bet at the moment.
I said the navigator. Yeah, you can shoot the navigator, which is at the front. Yeah, you can't hit the captain because he's at the back of the ship, so he's
Yeah, no,
outside
I get it as
your
much.
range. Also, like, you can't hit their lookout because their lookout is in the crow's nest.
That's fine. I'm not going for it.
Yeah, no, I'm just pointing out what you can and can't do. Once they move
Oh,
up,
it's probably going to hit like a navigator or a shooter, a gunner anyway.
yeah,
So
basically you're shooting their lookout at the front.
So question: does the ship action take my action? So I can't shoot and then do the action of that, can I?
If you use the ship action,
Yep.
that is your action. So you have the
Okay.
option of doing the take
Full
aim
speed
or
ahead
full speed
or take
ahead,
aim.
or using your own turn. You using an action bolsters the ship.
So what does full speed ahead do?
Okay, so full speed ahead. As an action, while on the deck, the captain, first mate, or boatswain can exhort the crew to work harder and drive the ship forward faster. Roll a d6 and multiply the result by 5. Apply the total bonus to the ship's speed until the ship end of the ship's next turn.
So, quick question: which way is the wind?
We'll get to that in a second. I have to roll that. Basically, you would roll a d6 times that by 5 and add it to speed, as opposed to a dash action.
Let's do that.
And
yeah.
yes, the ship speed is actually modified by
The wind.
the wind. So
Which I guess roll a d8, and that'll determine direction, with one being...
that was basically exactly what I was just doing. Wind is currently going. I'm going to make a marker of this. So you're going side on into the wind.
Crosswind, fun.
Does not affect either ship's speed at current.
Cool.
I rolled a 6.
So what I'll do, I will use the full speed ahead.
Yep.
So it's a d6, correct?
Roll a d6.
But I'll do it as in just yelling at everyone to go and then firing a finger gun into the air.
Yeah, easy enough. Like, that's thematics. So you had 25 feet to the ship. So the ship has 75 feet this turn.
Yar.
That makes it Haley's turn. You don't have any special ship actions. So you can either prepare a cannon, or you can prepare something of your own as a weighted action.
I think I would like to prepare a ship cannon.
Yeah, easy enough. So you can basically get a ship and you can be ready to fire a cannon the moment it gets into range. Do you want to take one of the broadside cannons or the swivel cannon?
I'll take a swivel.
Fair. So the swivel has a 120-foot range from the back of the ship. So, given the fact the ship's about to move 75 feet straight forwards, you're probably going to get a shot.
Oh.
Quartermaster Kahala. You also don't have a special ship action.
Nope.
So would you like to do anything?
Double checking the distance. I mean, I can get there in 2 turns.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have to stay on the ship.
No, he doesn't.
Actually, no.
I will point out, though, just as you can target them individually, they may have a swivel cannon as well.
Question.
Yes.
Since I can bonus action dash, can I then follow it up with a regular action dash?
Yes.
I can make it there in 1 turn.
But
You really want to invade the opposing boat by yourself?
No, God, that's stupid.
Question: how many feet do you have to travel in 1 turn to make a sonic boom?
More than you can do.
Yeah, we've done this math for 3.5.
We've done this map in 5th. You need to be like 15th level and have multiple magic items and stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait till I get closer.
And you're going to have like levels in fighter and stuff for action surge and things. And be like multiple levels of monk and things. Yeah, so you're going to hold a turn.
Yep.
Yep. Boatswain.
Bosun.
Bosun Henry.
What's my special list?
You have take aim since full speed has already been used.
Take aim does what?
Advantage on cannon shots.
Let's do that.
Yeah, aiming one of the ship's weapons. Select one of the weapons within 10 feet of the officer. It gains advantage on the next attack roll. So, because you've got
The one that Haley's at.
Yeah, it's easy enough for you to move over and get within 10 feet. Since you would probably So Haley, you have advantage on the cannon shot when the ship moves, which is now the
Nice.
ship's turn. I'm going to relegate that to Trent for movement. Of
And it is what?
75.
75?
75.
You get up to a 90-degree turn and then 75.
Yeah.
Up to a
You
what
could-
degree turn?
90-degree turn.
Alrighty.
I would say because the wind is going to the left, we should probably head that way.
That's what I was already thinking about. It's really hard doing 75 when there's only 10s.
Yeah.
Can we partially turn the ship, or is it only going to turn
It's
in
up
90
to a
degrees?
maximum of 90.
No, I mean like the actual token.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
That'd be about right, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, 70 feet from middle of the ship to middle of the ship, so...
Ooh, they're
You
lucky.
will have to wait for them to move. Which will come before your turn, because, guess what? They can't go backwards, so they have to go forwards.
This is true.
Zed is also going to just man one of the side cannons pointing towards them, because he ain't in range of anything. Ancient, what are you going to do? Give me a second to just go and double check the original ship design so I can tell you how many cannons we have on each side of the ship.
It was 2 cannons and 2 swivel guns on each side.
I believe that's what I'm checking. So yes,
Oh, I just had a terrible thought.
no,
Oh.
it is 1 cannon and 1 swivel gun, each side on this particular ship.
Mikey,
Looking at what I've got elsewhere.
friendly 5 from our own ship's a possible thing if Kahala takes flight.
This is true.
Oh, it was an accident. My finger slipped.
So yes, there is only there is no cannon facing them that is readied.
Isn't that where Zed just went?
Yeah, I'm saying for Raymond,
Oh, right.
because Haley is on the 1 swivel gun on that side, and then he is on the broadside. Raymond, you could get on the other swivel gun. Then, if they move close enough, within an additional 10 feet or 10, 15 feet, you could then fire the second swivel gun.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that just in case.
Yep. So you can get on the second swivel gun. Next makes it, I believe that's Peter's turn, as he's the last one.
Not great at long distance combat at the moment.
Did Raymond have any special actions he could do?
No, because the only special actions are take aim and full speed.
Right.
Both of them.
Didn't he take aim on the other cannon?
First bit, he could take aim. You could actually, if you didn't want to get on the cannon, you could take aim on Zed's cannon.
Zed's cannon.
And give him advantage, Raymond. I forgot that Raymond was the first mate suddenly.
So I can give advantage to cannons?
You can give advantage to cannons, which you can give advantage to Zed's cannon, which is the big one.
Let's give advantage, because we've got enough people that somebody else can get on a swivel gun.
Fair. That leaves the 1 back swivel gun and Peter's turn.
I'm actually going to prepare a cantrip to target the first body I see within 120 feet on the enemy ship.
Yeah, probably that same navigator that got pinged.
Yep.
Oh no, the Trent was going to ping.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so their ship begins moving down. Boop, 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 boop. And pulls into a broadside as well. So, your ship gets shots off first. Here's the thing. Haley, as you have an aimable cannon. Are you shooting at... What part of the ship are you shooting at? So if you check the ship stats, you can aim at any of those locations. They have basically the same layout as you. Or you could try to target an individual crew member. I'm ruling that Zed does not. The fixed cannons are just always going to shoot hull.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because otherwise the fixed cannon could straight up crit, just knock the helm out in one shot.
This is true. I'm going to go for the helm.
Yep. So the helm has an AC of 18.
Okay.
You
So
can at
I'm
least
doing
aim,
swivel, aren't I?
What was that, Mikey?
you can aim up with those cannons and hit sails,
Yeah, I'll rule sails are also a shot with the big cannons.
because that's what chain shot was for.
Yeah.
That and taking out masts.
So you're shooting at the helm. Yep. And you're shooting at advantage.
Okay, so it hits the swivel gun.
Yeah. Well, 21 hits. Just click it again to see if you get a crit.
Nope.
So you did 17 damage to the helm, which does not have a damage threshold. So, ow. No, I need to make a notepad because this thing has 4 health bars.
So do these things, how long does it take the cannons and the swivel guns to actually reload?
It's an action.
It's an action? Okay.
So in theory, every second turn.
Basically, you're spending your action to fire and reload them. So next turn, if you spend your action, you'll reload it, and then on the ship's turn, it'll fire.
Okay.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, so technically Trent had an action on the ship's turn to move and shoot if he had that. Now if you reload it on the ship's turn, he would be able to shoot it.
Okay.
On that point, on the ship's turn, Trent, you'll be able to order someone to fire the swivel gun that has not been shot.
Cool.
Because one swivel gun is left under. Zed looks up to basically any of you. Hull or sails?
I'll say sails, because if
Well, I was
we...
going to say Raymond was the one given advantage.
True. Raymond's the one standing next to him.
Yeah. So hull or sails, Raymond? Sails makes them slower. Hull is what we need to inevitably sink them.
Go with the sails first. Slow them down so it's easier for us to hit them, and that's
Easy
less likely
enough.
for them to dodge.
Oh, yes.
Eee.
Doesn't that roll damage again?
We're just going to add the 2 of them together because it doesn't roll crit. So that is
So 62?
62 damage.
Holy shit.
That is over half their sails gone.
I just poured a bit of alcohol on the cannonball right before
And
it
they're,
was
and
fired.
they're sailing into the wind.
And they're turning into the wind.
They're basically
that-
dead in the water.
They basically are. They have a move speed of 5.
5.
Well, it just means that now they're not going to be able to get us with cannons because they're not going to be able to keep up.
No, but we could
with the
board them.
turning.
Also, James, is there anyone on their swivel guns that I can see?
Yes.
Because that's who I'm targeting.
Yes. So make your shot. That hits. I'll classify that as doing damage to the swivel gun as well because it's an AoE.
20 meters away. Baby bunny.
Yep. And at that point, they're then going to turn and fire their broadside cannon into your hull.
No.
And they're going to fire their swivel. They're going to fire their swivel at your broadside cannon. So, cannon into the hull. That hits for 23 damage. And their swivel into our cannon for a hit for 7 damage.
Sure. Do you want me to keep track of this?
Yes, please.
I'm surprised the cannon doesn't have a damage threshold, being made out of iron.
I imagine it's because it's not so much the cannon that you're screwing up as like the kickstand and everything, basically. You're effectively
23 to hull, wasn't it?
Yes, 23 to hull, which means it only takes 8, I believe, because the hull has a damage threshold of 15.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure how. Give me a second.
I thought it takes for full damage if it's over the threshold. Under the threshold, just takes
Well,
doesn't
that's
take
what
any.
I'm actually just looking up. If a ship's damage threshold has a damage threshold, that threshold appears after its hit points. Component has immunity to all damage unless the amount of damage is equal or exceeds the threshold, in which case it takes damage as normal. So it takes the 23. It has to bypass it. Yes, was reading that, had that section open for that exact reason, because wasn't sure if threshold acted like old school resistance. Boop, boop, boop. And they're going to make a shot on...
And what was the swivel gun? That was at our main cannon, wasn't it?
Yes, 7 to the main cannon. And that's their 2 actions that they're taking.
Wasn't that 3?
They
Move, shoot.
Yeah, they have 1 prepared, basically. Their crew basically did the same thing where they readied our cannon shot for when it got...
Yeah, well, we did the same thing as well.
Yeah. A lot of their crew, they have more crew than stations, is their issue. And most of their guns don't reach your ship. Because up until even now, like, they're pushing like disadvantage on a lot of their flintlocks. So a lot of the people aren't taking flintlock shots across the bow. Captain.
Yeah, cool. So there is a swivel gun yet to fire, correct?
Yes.
But the cannons have been fired on the side facing them, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I can either move or shoot, correct?
Well, this is your turn, not the ship turn.
Oh! Right, okay, I'm getting my head around all this stuff now.
Yeah, it's because you technically have 2 turns.
Also, James, I'm assuming swivel gun and cannon share the HP between both sides.
It's per individual cannon, basically.
Okay.
Oh,
We've only got 1.
going to
Well,
fire
no, we've
the...
got 1 each side.
I'm going to fire the swivel gun
Uh-huh.
at them. If there's anybody, like... I can aim it at a person or a thing, correct?
Yes. You can aim it at a location of the ship or an individual person.
Whoever's on their cannon.
The person actually manning their main cannon,
Correct.
click the swivel gun. That hits for 11 damage.
Yeah, right.
That moves...
Well, being hit with a cannonball, not fun.
Yeah, that moves...
Question: is there cannon below deck?
No, it's top deck like yours. So we're moving over to Ray's turn.
Me, yes, I will reload this swivel gun.
Yep, you reload the swivel gun, which means on the ship's turn, the swivel gun is ready to fire.
Cool.
That makes it Kahala's turn.
I am going to take off. Woo. And bonus action dash and put myself
Vroom.
behind their ship.
Uh-huh.
Don't we actually move my token there so I know where the fuck I am? Or...
Sure.
There.
Yar, they be boarding us. Like 8 of them are going to open fire on you.
Are
I'm
we
behind
surprised?
the ship.
They have 80-foot flintlock pistols.
How many of them are at the back of the ship?
The
Apparently
Considering
flintlock
that's where the swivel
pistols.
gun on the high deck is?
There is about, you get close enough to realize there is about 15 of them on the deck.
Oh, cool. Let's, regular action dash back the fuck the other way.
Yeah,
then.
they still take shots at you.
You get that? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah. Surprise,
This was a
surprise.
mistake.
The people who are actively planning on boarding you are prepared to be boarded.
I feel like we're 20 minutes away. We should be able to see how many people are over there.
Yeah, nobody asked.
Yeah, I know.
Good point.
How close together are they clumped?
They're fairly spaced out.
Fireball.
Fireball would hit multiples. They're not fireball spaced, but they're not. But they're also not like shoulder to shoulder. Luckily, none of them have advantage, so this is just a bunch of flat rolls.
You should have regular action dashed and bonus action rage.
Or instead of dashing back, you could have taken a disengage action.
I haven't even moved to the dash back. I'm
dodge
getting shot
act-
regardless anyway.
Dodge action, I mean, but yes. Miss, miss, miss. Miss. What's your AC?
16.
Possible hit. Definite hit. Crit. Also hit. Half of them hit you. Because I have a 16, a 19, a 20, a 23, a 25, and then an 8, a 13, a 13, and an 11. That's after modifiers. No, /R 5d8 damage. You take 23 piercing damage.
Cool.
That's including the crit because they are firearms, so they don't get dexterity modifiers. So, now you have your action and the rest of the movement you're about to take.
Like, this
Now I
was
have
a
my
mistake.
action.
Ah.
Yeah, well, you said you hadn't used your action for your dash if you wanted to still get out of there.
Yeah.
Now's when you need an AoE bomb, like just general bomb to drop on them.
Yar, I made a mistake.
We carried Haley, she could have dropped bombs. Carpet bomb.
Well, I've got
You
20
should
foot
really
of
make
movements.
a Aarakocra artificer. Great
That'd be
idea.
really fun.
It's just a fucking carpet bomber.
You know, it's scary when you go and read the 20th level feature, by the way, which is straight up the Philosopher's Stone turns into a nuke.
Really?
Yeah. No, 20th level Artificer's Philosopher's Stone is, I have the win button.
That's cool.
Baby bunny, it's time to go to bed.
You're like, that's cool, until I'm about to tell you how much damage it does and what it does to the player who uses it.
Oh.
No, can we keep on track, please? Next.
Yeah.
Bailey's got somewhere to be.
No, Bailey would like this combat to actually finish tonight.
It's going to. Henry, turn.
Haley, shoot better. Done.
Ship, turn.
Ship's turn. That's my turn.
So ship have movement, and currently only one loaded cannon, which is Haley cannon, which have advantage.
And that's facing towards.
It has a swivel gun.
It's a swivel.
Right. So I'm gonna repeatedly ask this because ship combat's even new for me. I've only vaguely looked at the rules. I can shoot or move on ship's turn, right? I can't do both.
You can do both. You have 2 actions.
Can do both. Wow, exciting. Still 75 movement?
No, 50 now because that was only for the 1 turn.
Is reload an action for the ship?
No, that's going to be done by crew members.
We don't have magic self-loading cannons yet.
And why not?
I went to too high.
That's where there's actually some benefit to like the Jethro's like magical reloading spell because you can cast it on a cannon and the cannon would self-reload.
True. And fire. Do the thing.
Yep. So what are you shooting at, Haley?
I am going to shoot at. I was going to shoot at a person, but now I'm not sure. No, fuck it, I'm still shooting at a person. Who do I see?
Most of them.
I'd assume nearly everyone at this point.
Roll again.
I shoot at.
Roll again because you have a chance for a crit.
I shoot towards people.
Yep.
Just where a lot of people are just standing, I will shoot towards them.
You shoot,
Sweep the deck, in other words.
You
Yeah.
shoot one of the clumps of people that shot at Bailey, and you just straight up erase one of them.
Oh.
You're like, that one. And the guy's like, he's running away! And then the arms just fall down because the torso's missing.
Yeah, grid coordinates.
It's Zed's turn. Zed picks up a cannonball and some powder and goes, thunk, loaded! Ancient's turn.
Okay, is the cannon that next to me loaded?
Yes, because Zed is like, I'm going to ready the cannon last turn, and you're like, you shoot better. Now Zed's going, it's loaded.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
So he's loaded. I could choose to fire this if I want,
You
correct?
could fire it, or you could give it advantage, but then it'll have to wait till the ship's turn. At like initiative 18.
Where on the ship is it? Because if it's in like the middle, it won't hit shit.
Yeah, no, you're probably gonna actually want to like give it the advantage because it's a straight.
Center
it's a 9
of the
degree
ship,
arc,
straight
right?
line. Up down only, no sideways, so straight out from the side of the ship.
Yeah, so it wouldn't hit. But advantage, because if I can't hit anything,
Yeah, so it's got like very little like sideways play at best.
we might have to alter that.
Well, it's the type of cannon. It's like they wheel out, and you effectively have to like 8-point turn them to rotate them. They're designed to point straight so you can be consistent with your shots, so they don't have any sideways play. That's how they can be bigger and bulkier. Peter, turn.
Cool, I'm actually in range. How many people are within 20 feet of the swivel gun?
Now 3.
Cool. At second level, so it's 19 damage.
It's 3 less people.
Plus the swivel gun.
And the civil gun takes 19. Yep. That makes it their turn. Well, shit. They're under 20 people. They only get 1 action now. Because you've killed enough of their crew.
Damn straight.
If this was Black Flag, we could ward them.
Sure.
Yeah.
With the weird grappling hook things that immediately stop your momentum and pull you towards them.
They are going to fire their broadside cannon because moving 5 feet will do them no good. Which is just going to be straight a hull shot because they're not going to hit your sails from there. That misses the hull. 'Cause that's
Hello.
Couldn't hit the broadside of a ship.
because that's a 7 to hit. That makes it the Capitan's turn.
Couldn't hit broadside from 50 feet. That's a little embarrassing.
Well, they were aiming for the tail end.
Yeah. It was very much a desperation shot.
So, just a head. What cannon did Zed reload? The one that's facing them.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
broadside facing them.
I'll do my captain action to give them advantage.
Already been done. Raymond did.
Already been done. In that case, I'm going to shoot a motherfucker.
I need to get a ranged weapon.
Yeah. No,
Um,
Zed and Raymond have a magical initiative. Zed went reload, and Raymond on the next initiative count with advantage.
Yeah, fair.
Me and Haley do something very similar.
I'm probably going to be doing that for the rest of the battle, because, yeah.
So, swivel gun, does that need to be reloaded?
Yes.
Yes? Then I'll just use my normal gun, because I haven't reloaded the swivel gun.
Yeah, the swivel gun you shot last time, you basically walked over and went, bang, and then walked off.
Basically.
And then
So
no
I
one's
get my-
gone and reloaded it.
My normal turn, I am going to activate. No, I'm not, because it's an action. I'm just gonna shoot somebody. That's fine. I don't need to do no dumb fancy things.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna go bang with my rifle at. Let's
The hell-
say, can I see that captain?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the captain. Boom!
Yep, Captain takes 5 damage.
Also, thank you for mentioning that firearms don't get dex bonus, because I had to go fix that.
Ray's
So I'm
turn.
doing a little.
You should shoot the guy in the crow's nest
Me.
and hope for a Wilhelm scream.
So, they are in range of my bombs now, which is fun.
Uh-huh.
So in theory,
Not where that line of questioning was going. Not where I thought that line of questioning was going, and not what I was prepared for. But yes, they were within range of your bombs.
So in theory, if I threw a regular bomb at them onto the ship deck,
Yes.
would things catch on fire?
Is boat made of wood?
I mean, yes.
Is Pope Catholic?
But do you want to catch it on fire, or do we want to loot the fucker?
This is a good question.
This is a good question. I didn't think of that. Reload swivel gun.
Okay. Special question for you.
Yes.
What do you reload it with?
Oh dear.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, this is where I
Never-
thought that, hey, they're in range of my bombs, right? Question was going.
I didn't think to, that I could do that. That just didn't occur to me that I could throw a bomb in there.
A ceramic jar full of volatile chemicals and then set off a black powder explosion next to it.
Hmm.
You really think that's going to go the way you want it to?
Well,
Yeah, I'm just gonna reload it with its regular ammo.
yeah, fair. Quartermaster Kahala's turn.
Quick, fly to the ship again.
Nope, literally just gonna sit on the ship and brood because that's all I can do.
Yeah, dunk.
I fucked up.
Given where you're landing, you are landing near the unloaded swivel gun.
I suppose let's load the fucker out of boredom.
Yep. Henry turn.
Never done it.
Boredom.
Shoot better!
Yep. Ship stats.
Grr.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment, so
Yeah, fair.
yeah, ship stats. So I'm
Park us behind so they can't broadside us.
I was going to say, you move us 5 feet or 10 feet forward, they can't shoot us anymore.
literally what I was about to do. But okay, I'll oh, look at that. And boop.
As they,
And boop.
as that is done.
Oh, that's too harsh. I don't want it that much. I'm gonna go like that. Yeah.
So you've got one ship shot action. So you can either have the swivel gun fire or the main cannon fire as part of the ship's actions.
Main ship cannon go brr.
Cool. He is going to just plug the hull again for 13 damage.
Can it be loaded with chain shot or grape shot?
You don't have any, but it could. And that 13 damage does not pierce the damage threshold, so...
Bounce.
Mike.
Hmm?
We need a mortar on the front.
Which immediately makes it Zed's turn, who goes, huh, thunk. End of turn.
Ancient.
Well,
Do
he's
better.
fired. If
Yeah, but you can
I
fire again
reload
now.
it, what?
Now
It's in line, you can fire
it's in
again.
line. You could literally kick it and shoot it again.
Let's do that. Where's the button I'm hitting?
Ship stats, and then cannon at the bottom.
Ship stats, character sheet, cannon.
Weapon cannon. You whiff.
Damn.
So you should have given Zed advantage.
But I couldn't fire it then.
Makes it Peter's turn.
I was going to say, are there any more groupings of people?
They're spreading out after the last couple of, like, AoEs have happened. Now they're all like a good 15, 20 feet apart, wherever possible. So you could possibly hit like 2 people with an AoE if it's got 10-foot blast.
Because it's a 10-foot radius sphere, so 20 foot across total.
Yeah, so you'd be able to hit 2, possibly pushing 3 people.
No, I'm just going to aim straight at one of the swivel guns.
Yep.
So the one that's... yeah, go for the one that's taken the most damage so far.
Yep. That hits for 11 damage.
But what type of damage?
Since it's metal, acid. Melt the fucker.
Makes it their turn, and they're going to be like, oh no, we still only have 5-foot movement. Swivel cannons, go!
Only one of.
We have become error.
So happens when Raven puts a fucking hole in your shit.
Well, I did good on the first turn.
22 to hit, and they're going to just try and plug. I'm trying to think what they're shooting from the back of the ship onto the broadside, so they're probably just going to be shooting at the broadside cannon.
Again.
It's the thing that so far fucked them over the most. So broadside cannon takes 10 damage.
Pete, are you still tracking that?
Yep.
Cool.
Ash's turn.
Woo! I enjoy having a time. So, this time, is there any like guns that need to be reloaded other than the swivel gun?
The main cannon.
The
Main cannon?
main cannon was just shot.
It was
I
just
will
It's just rapid fire.
reload that cannon.
Yep, main cannon is looted. Ray's turn.
It's me.
Swivel cannon you're on is reloaded because you loaded it last turn.
This is true. I would like to aim it at... Now, they've got guys at the back on their swivel cannons,
Yes.
don't they? I'd like to aim at one of those.
Yep. Push the button.
You got advantage. Never mind.
Click delete. I
Piece of
think I
Cyberman?
got him. Falls over. Head is gone.
How many swivel cannons do they have on the back? Swivel
They
guns.
have two, just like you. The party is currently not dealing with their swivel cannons. Quartermaster Kahala turn.
Let's fire at the other fucker on a swivel gun.
Yep. Click button. Click
Delete, man.
I got a question. How far apart are these swivel guns?
20, 30 feet. Same as yours. They're on opposite corners of the back of the ship. Henry, turn.
Has the main cannon hasn't got advantage on it now, does it?
No.
So I'm just going to reload Haley's cannon.
Yep.
The swivel.
Ship turn.
Ooh. Cool.
2 shots.
I can only make one, can't I?
No, you have two
No, you got
actions.
two actions.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, ship.
Fire the swivel gun at a general person.
Aren't both empty?
All right, I'm gonna.
No,
Oh, yeah.
fire our swivel gun at one of their people.
Yeah.
Where's that captain at?
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's shoot the captain with the swivel gun.
I was about to say, didn't we just, me and Haley both just fire a swivel gun each?
Yeah, I just reloaded Haley's.
That's
Ah.
true.
Haley, shoot the swivel gun at the captain.
Attack!
Bang.
Give me a second to check if that hits the captain.
Probably won't.
I have to go double check. I remember what most of his stats were. I just don't remember what his AC was. That hits the captain.
He's already taken some damage.
Is he
I think
still standing?
5.
Yes. He's taking
Really?
five.
Cannon, shoot the captain.
Main cannon doesn't get to aim at a person.
Oh,
Main cannon
aim at the general of the captain.
Main cannon can aim at the hull or it can aim at the sails.
Yeah, we didn't buy any grape shot.
Collapse the sails on the captain!
That one.
Well, the sails only have about 40 hit points left.
Whoever's on the cannon, don't you want me to click it?
I got it.
Well, it's an NPC, so.
Yeah. There we go. Click. The sheet was being dodgy. Well, fuck.
Their sails are on 1 health if that hit.
I think it does. Yeah. What's sails? Sails is like 12.
Sails is 12.
I'm just imagining their mast literally holding up by a single splinter.
Yep.
Because that's 99 damage to the sails.
Yeah.
This is where Ancient now throws a stick at the sail.
Zed reloads cannon is Ancient
That's-
turn.
A stiff breeze, just like.
So it is Ancient's turn.
Yeah, I'ma just give advantage.
It's Peter turn.
So, would I be able to
Can-
hit both swivel cannons with an AoE that's 20 foot across? Like the actual cannons.
I think James said they were 30 feet away from each other.
Give me a second, I'll go check.
Can the ship parts be targeted by conventional weapons or only
Yes.
ship-to-ship weapons?
They've been being targeted by spells this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, like, can I, shoot the mast with a bullet?
The cannons are 35 feet apart, Peter.
Okay, so I can't hit both.
Yes, you could just plug the sail for the last hit point.
So, I was going to say, I'm going to hold the action of my cantrip until someone gets to one of the swivel guns, and then I'm going to shoot them with the cantrip so it gets both with the AoE effect of it.
Yep. Just click it now.
Yes, already had advantage.
Deletus. We'll just deduct that from the cannon now. I'll deduct.
Man, they made a mistake attacking us.
Ooh, delete us, swivel gun us. Because that is 52. That is 52 damage to one of their swivel guns.
Oh no, it means we can't take the silver gun.
But so at this point, we can get a third one.
Better than none.
It's their boat's turn, who I believe, if I check, has 0 movement now.
They're screwed.
Sailing.
Only because they're into the wind, yeah.
Yeah. So, sails. -5 foot speed per 25 damage taken, and they've taken 3 lots of that. They have 0 movement currently. They are dead in the water.
But can they turn?
They can turn. I'm just looking at the control helm. They can only not turn if the helm's destroyed. So
If they're not moving,
theoretically,
then they're not
they
going to
can
turn.
spin, but they can only turn 90 degrees on one turn.
Yeah, move up to the speed of its sails with 1 9-degree turn.
If they're not moving, they won't be able to turn, though. Like, isn't that just ship
Nope.
physics?
I don't know though. That's the thing.
Depending on how their rudder works, they could turn individually.
There is their 2 turns of movement. They still can't move because it's taken those 2 and now they've rotated. And what they've done is now they've moved a different deck cat. Because that'll be their last turn because I didn't realize that. So yip. They've got a deck cannon. It's the same deck cat. They've got a deck cannon. So they're gonna shoot a deck cannon at you guys at your hull because it's a deck cannon, and that misses the hull.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And that makes it Ash's turn.
Cool.
That didn't load enough powder.
How many people are on deck roughly?
They have 15 people still on deck. As you've been plugging people, more people have been running up from below deck.
Well, that's just rude.
Is
Is that captain still alive?
Yes.
He's been hit with a bullet and a swivel cannon.
Yeah.
He's not feeling too flash.
Oh.
Okay. Then it's settled. How far away is the captain from me, roughly?
Within range.
60 feet?
Just.
I'm gonna yell at the captain, point my finger at them, and shoot my finger gun.
Because even though you're probably like 70 feet away, I'll give you like the 15 feet to run closer to go bang and then run back to the helm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I literally yell to get his attention and shoot him with my hand.
Yarrow, what's be?
You just watch this little whiff of air just go shoot, boom. The captain goes.
Yarrow, what be? Ow! Someone killed that son of a bitch. He went western all of a sudden.
It's a hillbilly captain.
You knocked the salt water straight out of him. Ray's turn.
Y'all better be getting your ship off my property.
You don't own the ocean, I do now. Yeehaw.
Hippity hoppity, your ship is now my property.
Give us a couple of turns.
I assume Ray is just reloading.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah.
Kahala turn.
Reloading.
Henry turn.
Haley, shoot better.
Ship turn.
James,
Yes.
Ship's
Yes,
turn.
Bailey.
if I rage, does using the fire action on the cannon count as my attack action to keep rage up?
Is it melee using strength?
Yeah, the problem is
No,
you would lose rage the moment you reload it. Because that's no longer an attack action.
You'd get one shot.
Cool. So, the ship's going to move slightly. Oh.
We are going into the wind now,
So
so our
it's only-
speed is 30.
15.
Yeah, I could turn us the other
Oh,
way.
15 into the wind, yeah.
I mean, what's just swivel cannons on the back?
Ooh.
We can do it.
Oh god.
Didn't you know you could do that?
Does now.
Yeah, it's movement plotting. It's for complicated dash moves. You know, the things Tabaxis need to use. Like Haley last night, who did a 200-foot sprint dash to outrun a fucking avalanche.
How do you do that, Trent?
Wait, Tabaxis can outrun avalanches?
When
Mine can.
While carrying someone.
Haley is a monk Barian with 50 base land speed on and double dashed.
That is awesome.
200
I guess that's 15 foot.
200 foot in a single turn.
Also, fire the cannon.
Okay, first of all,
Cannon.
who's firing? Because there's 2 swivel guns.
Big cannon. I'm
Loaded.
assuming,
Big
and
cannon.
at what? Sails
The
or
The
hull?
cannon's not loaded, is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, because Zed
Um,
loaded, Ancient fired.
No, Ancient said get advantage.
That was last time.
Okay.
I just gave it an advantage.
Actually, no, screw it. Swivel gun, Captain. Can't aim the cannon at the captain yet, so.
Which swivel gun?
The one that's closest, I don't care.
So Haley.
mine.
Zahaley, the one with the advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage, go.
Roll again. Oh, then no,
I did.
you rolled.
Can we take the first hit with the second damage?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. First hit still knocks the captain out.
Yeah.
Captain down.
I feel like you shouldn't have the option of unconscious if you hit with a cannon.
No, don't say that. Otherwise, I should have been dead.
Big cannon going to shoot hull or
No, he moved.
I moved 15 feet.
fair. Zed turn. Zed fire cannon.
It was technically 20 because it's really awkward to do 15.
Zed fire cannon. Zed says no more sails.
Okay.
I thought they already fell down.
No, they got one hit point left.
They had one
That's
hit
right.
point.
Oh,
Zed,
damn, I should have shot up my hand.
Zed has decided you no move no more. They are now officially dead in the water. I'm ruling them as having 0 speed.
They can't turn or anything?
They don't have sails.
Awesome.
They're on row power and like the sea rocking them back and forth. Ancient turn.
Question. Can I give advantage to an unloaded cannon?
No.
Okay, then load the cannon.
Peter turn.
But
I was going to AoE the helm and the captain. Fuck it, I still will. See if I can catch anyone else in that area.
Yep. What level?
Only first.
Hits the helm for 5 damage. Yeah, you collect like 2 people. They're near enough to them because people are rushing to try and get on the helm.
And that's it.
Captain has a failed death saving throw.
It's their turn, and they're gonna go fire the one swivel cannon, and then fire the main deck cannon. Main deck.
Do they
Main deck
only have one
cannon.
action?
Yeah, they do. So they're gonna fire the. They're gonna fire the swivel cannon at our hull in an attempt to just make us drive off into infinity. That hits for 15 damage to the hull.
Which doesn't
Yep.
bear. Which?
No,
Oh no, because that mates.
no, helm. Sorry,
Oh, helm.
they're shooting for the
Helm,
helm.
not hull.
Helm, because if they destroy the helm, we can't turn.
Hmm.
So we just start fucking off at 50 feet and leave them alone.
or we just stop and start picking him off with silver guns.
I was gonna say if we don't take the move action, we don't go nowhere,
Captain.
and they can't take the move action.
Captain turn, huh? Cool. So, what does it look like they're doing currently?
panicking.
Panicking? Cool.
They are currently very quickly trying to do like they're unfurling a new bloody sail, but it's gonna take minutes to get up. But they're like,
Is
we're
it-
dead
is there
in the
like
water.
Is there like a small bunch of them within like 5 feet of each other?
Yes. like 5-10 feet. There was a bunch of them basically like dragging up and unrolling a new small sail to try and get any form of maneuverability back.
Well, then, as an action, I'm going to shoot them with an exploding bullet.
Yep.
And pop. Wait, that's just the damage. I forgot to roll the actual hit.
Yeah,
One moment.
You don't have advantage.
I know.
So 5.
But it's okay. So, but what happens is I shoot the gun. It does the 5 damage, and then it does the extra 4 damage to the main person I hit, and then everyone within 5 feet of them takes the 5 thunder damage.
Yeah. Easy enough. Ray's turn.
Me? So my cannon's still loaded, isn't it? No.
No, your swivel cannon.
No,
No,
I
you-
fired it.
Your swivel cannon killed the captain.
This is true. I will reload this cannon.
Shunk. Kahala turn. At who
Same.
or what?
Eeny, meeny, miny, let's fuck one of them up.
Click button. Black powder us, delete us. Henry turn.
Haley, shoot better.
Yes, sir.
Glorious squawking.
Ship turn.
Ship turn. Oh no! It's going to. Actually, yeah. Fuck it. We'll just shoot everything at them. Swivel gun at the.
At
Cannon?
the swivel gun.
Yeah, no, at their swivel gun and cannon at their hull.
Yep. Z turn, Z reload, ancient turn.
No, I already reloaded the cannon.
Yeah,
Just
So
like
I
I
get
did.
advantage.
big cannon was just shot.
Oh,
What did Haley
well then
shoot
I'll
at?
give it advantage.
What did Haley shoot at?
I got Haley to shoot their swivel gun.
Their swivel gun. Their other swivel gun for 20 damage.
22 because she had advantage. And the other one's 24 to hit.
Yep. Peter turn.
Oh look, there's a bunch of people unfurling a sail. No more.
Click.
Level 2, so 14 damage.
Delete. Their ship turn. They have no actions because they're now none of their cannons or anything are even manned at this point. Like all their people now are scrambling on. They get one action, which is to reload one of their cannons. Captain turn.
Can we? Is there like a boarding action, or do we have to?
You would need to get up close enough and then manually board.
I'm not boarding, I lost over half my hit points. When I went into stupid, okay?
Yeah, well, you tried to board when most of the crew was still intact.
It's a barbarian.
I don't
It's
have
not
a
his
teleport yet.
I mean, I can fly over, bonus action rage, then whack a motherfucker all in one
Ash
turn now.
turn. What Ash do?
What Ash do? Ooh, that's a loaded question. I think Ash will.
Yeah, show us what that ash do.
Ooh.
What Ash do? Loaded question. Ash is about to unload on someone.
How many people roughly does it look like there is left?
9.
9? Make that 8.
8. Because at this point, everybody on top deck is damaged at some point or another. Because we're getting to the point that everybody has eaten like 5 to 10 points of AoE damage from various effects. Ray turn.
Reload.
Yep. Kahala turn.
To board or not to board? With rage, that is the question.
I mean, if there's 8 people, you're one barbarian. If you jump over there, I'll probably jump over with you, to be honest. Ooh,
If you
can
had,
I?
you're gonna,
Did you make the distance at 50 feet?
I thought we were a lot closer.
the thing is, he can turn the ship 90, move 15, and then on the second action, turn 90, and then
How
we're
many-
side by
I will
side.
point. I will say there is actually ramming damage for ships, by the way.
Oh, now you're telling me.
Oh, don't do that.
No, we don't want to sink it. We want to loot it
And why are we shooting in its hull?
for lack of better targets because we don't have any grape shot.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm going to work out how many cannonballs you've actually got between this week and next week. By the way.
We're about to get a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah, you are. That's why I'm going to work out how many you've got.
I'm gonna hold my turn off till after the ship's move. Our
Because
ship's
I also
move.
did not realize how many of these fights would go through. You guys have shot like 20 or 30 shots. I thought these ship fights would be like 5 shots at most
Yeah.
because of how much damage that like main cannon can do. Yep, so you're gonna
Okay.
hold up your turn. Henry turn.
After, a little after the ship.
Haley, shoot better.
Ship turn.
Yes.
Ship turn. Ship. Turn.
Oh, God.
And ship move how far?
Ship moves like 50 foot because it's going into the wind.
Uh-huh.
So, like, that, I guess. It's kind of hard when there's no, like, 5, and then ship can turn again, correct?
On next
Yeah.
turn,
Oh, next turn, that's right. Oh, that's not where that was aiming.
Zed's turn.
No, that doesn't. It has 2 actions.
True.
It can just
Ship could
do the
move
move
again.
action twice.
Ship can move again, you say?
Yeah, you can get us hole to hole with them.
Can I, like, drift into the side of them?
Sure.
Quick, someone play the Tokyo Drift theme song.
Do you tell anyone to hold on?
Oh, hell no. We can't do this, bitch. Also, I'd like to note that the movement I just did with the boat is literally a Swedish flicking rally.
Trent, I need you to make the ship make a con save.
Yeah, makes sense.
Quick, throw boys out the side so that it's a gentle landing.
How's the advantage, right?
No.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghost crew probably wouldn't hurt to help us assist with piloting this ship sometimes, Mikey. Need a ghost crew.
What the fuck? That damage is insane.
What?
Give me a second. I have to check how big the set. When I suggested crashing the ship, I did not expect.
Are we sinking?
No.
They might be.
Okay, so it rolled like a 2 on its deck side.
Oh.
Crashing a ship.
We weren't meant to be crashing. We were meant to be coming alongside.
Yeah.
He said drift into.
Yeah, slowly.
That's the word I used.
If a ship
the word I
moves into a
interpreted, but
space,
that's what I
As in, not as in power slide drift, as in nautical drift.
too late.
Friction current.
If a ship moves into a space occupied by a creature or an object, or a ship, the ship might crash. A ship avoids crashing if a creature or object is at least 2 size greater or smaller. Nope, you're both gargantuans. When a ship crashes, it must immediately make a con save. You failed, I'm assuming. I haven't actually looked at the numbers.
Oh, it was a
5 and
25.
23.
It was a 5. You failed. On a failed save, the ship takes damage to its hull based on the size of the creature or object it crashed into. As
Oh,
shown on the
God.
crash damage table. It also stops moving. If this creature is one size carry smaller than or larger. Otherwise, the ship continues moving, blah, 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 blah. Creature struck by the ship must make a dexterity saving throw. It rolled a 2. Or take damage based on the ship's size, as shown in the crash damage table, on a failed save.
Are we about to very heavily whoops this?
I'm about to go and roll some damage.
Only because James misinterpreted our meaning.
Trent was like, "Ooh, there's ramming damage," and then proceeded to say he drifted into the ship.
I didn't mean it in that way. I did mean to, like, drift as in the turning aspect, but not into them, but, like, next to them. But, yeah, the DM, you get the... do the thing.
James just really wants to roll dice.
That's true.
I'm about
Do we
to
blame
hit
him,
enter.
though?
I will let you retcon this out before you see how much damage it is if you wish.
Because I feel like it's either going to sing us or them.
And neither of those are good options.
No.
Especially if it's us and not them.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to veto that and just have it gently pull up next to them.
Okay.
Within rope swinging range.
Within rope swinging range and or jumping across with, like, an easy at least 15.
Well, within 30 feet, I can get across no problem.
Okay, because you can look it up during the week. That's how much damage you were about to do.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
How much health did it have left?
Oh, neither ship was sinking.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have to fix that.
Their hull has 270 health left.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's more damage to our ship that we
It's
want to avoid.
16d10 if a gargantuan hits a bitch.
On the gargantuan. So, the ship's now had its turn. Kahala's turn.
Yes.
Right? Skorgan. Let's, bonus action rage.
Uh-huh.
Let's fly across and let's stab a bitch from 10 foot away.
Yep.
No reckless attack.
Uh-huh. Bang.
So,
In
you
half,
can,
dead. 8 people left. Or 7 people left.
don't you mean 7?
Yeah, I have a running tally on a health bar for them.
Fair enough.
Zed.
Yep. It's now Zed's turn. Zed's gonna go. Load cannon! Because Zed does not have combat prowess and is not going on that ship. For lack of a, they're invading us! Several of them stand up and draw weapons. One of them shoots Bailey. And it hits for 8 piercing damage, which is halved.
Woo, I only take 4.
Ancient turn.
Okay. So how many people are on that deck? Still standing?
7.
Are they grouped together or are they spread out?
No, they're now spread out.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the side of the ship and just Misty Step.
Yep. Easy enough.
From there, can I reach someone?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I can get any form of advantage here because I'm moving for one and
No, you have
Bailey's going the other one
disadvantage.
here. Wait, what?
Because you have disadvantage because the only one that did not take the dodge action is the one that shot Bailey. I said they all went up and readied themselves.
I didn't realize that was dodge, but bit late.
You wouldn't know they're dodging until you try to hit them.
Yeah. Did I hit?
Doesn't matter. You still delete a person.
6 to go.
So I just what? Just straight through their chest?
You
Yeah.
just pop up behind them. Omawa Shinderu. Shink shink.
I kind of like that.
What's the whole reason you took that feat?
I know, it's awesome.
Peter turn.
It's just like you behind slice.
Cool. I'm not gonna board you. I'm just gonna shoot someone.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
They're still standing. You hit them though. I'm just gonna fast forward through these last 5 guys because they do not have the damage output to be a threat. Most of them
Well, they
only
might.
have,
Depends on how much they
most of them
do.
only have about 6 health left.
Oh, that's an issue because my next turn was going to be like burning hands as many as I could. So
Yeah, no, the thing is, they all only have like 6 health left. 2 of them have a turn before people get to. They're just going to get mowed down. Is the thing. So
Works.
they get burning hands, they get shot down. It's 20 to midnight, and there's no point spending 20 minutes going blah, 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 blah. With a jump over their burning hands, you disintegrate like 2 or 3 more. Haley probably bombs a guy.
Yeah.
I can hit 2 of them.
Boop, 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 boop. They're leveled out pretty damn quickly. There's no point sitting there going, let's play out like the next 15 minutes for you guys to just either take a little bit of damage or whiff guys with 12 AC.
Gratuitous violence. Gratuitous violence.
Pretty much. So you have cleared out the ship. There is no one left alive on the ship. It is mostly destroyed. You'll be able to loot it, but you cannot take the ship with you because you can barely man the one you've got.
I was gonna say,
It's okay. I have a plan for that.
I was gonna say, do we tow it or do we sink it? So I
was gonna sink that bitch.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing the powder kegs are going.
Oh, we can take those, but we can also just, put a strategic holes in it and let it sink slowly.
I could
And if
put
it's
it
left
on
alive,
fire.
we just tie it down the bottom, it's fine. Or something like that, I don't know.
I was going to say, are we doing loot today or next week?
We will do loot next week because I'll have to work out what the entire boat worth of loot is. I'll also make a note of like what the 24 people had and stuff. The ship's not immediately sinking because you only shot like one shot in the hull. So I'll work out what it is. Like you can take a couple of hours to loot it and the like fairly easily.
Musket, grapple shot, and grape shot.
And we'll pick up next week probably at Trent's Treasure Island, just because you're only a couple of days out, and having rolled a combat encounter, you're not getting another random encounter before you get there.
How about getting lost? 'Cause that's a thing for us, isn't it?
That's a thing for you.
That is a hazard, but all that does is you don't actually get lost. It just effectively wastes a day of travel.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of the what is it? The quartermaster's navigate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the get lost is basically you effectively just go sideways for a day and don't get anywhere. You don't actually like make negative progress or like actually lose where you're going. I did read that part.
Now, at some point, I can repair the ship.
Yes, you'll be repairing the ship during like the downtime travel points.
At the end of the day, the ship's bosun can make a strength check using carpenter's tools. Which, I'm saying, since I'm not proficient with them, would it be a disadvantage?
No, just no proficiency. So it's just a flat stat roll. So it would just be a strength check.
Each damage component gains a hit point.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do it on each different thing separately. It just does
So
everything.
at the moment, it would be a D6 plus 4.
Yeah. But we'll do that next week.
Random question, James.
Yeah.
For the forage, because in theory we only have 2 fishing rods, is spear fishing an option for Kahala?
Probably. Give me a second. I'm just reading something for Mikey for a second.
Spearfishing involves swimming. So unless we stop.
Not if you're a flying asshole hovering just above the water.
Okay. We're in the ocean. How many ocean fish hang around just near the surface?
You never know, honestly. I wouldn't even know.
And also, you don't have a spear, you have a glaive.
I have a Yulkawa.
Mikey, I need you to make some animal handling checks for me.
How many would you like, sir?
Okay, so here's the thing. You have to spend an hour per day trying to bond with your T-Rex. If someone is helping you, you can get advantage on this. I'll
get the help for that.
This is very similar to death saves. You are rolling till you've hit either We're going to say 4 successes or 3 fails, because I'm going to classify a T-Rex as a hard,
Difficult.
as a hard creature / uncommon.
Do I know what the DC is, or do I just make rolls?
Just make the rolls.
And Bailey's giving me advantage.
Yeah.
I have proficiency in animal handling.
1 success. 1 fail. 2 successes. 3 successes. 4 successes. Your
Sweet.
T-Rex is tamed.
Oh, sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Because that would have been abysmal. Without advantage.
Well, no, actually, you would have only need to make 1 more check without advantage.
Yeah, but that last check
I
would have
would've
been
You would have passed.
fair enough.
But I am still appreciative.
Because 18 was the DC.
What was it?
Well, I'm going to be perfectly blunt if you look in the book. Because this is a custom creature, I'm putting the DC somewhere between average to hard. Because average jumps from 16 to 20. I don't think it would be a full 20 DC. But I'm using... So I'm putting it at 18, which is halfway between the two, but needing the 4 successes for a hard. Because, like, when you get up to, like, the full hard things, those are, like, actual dragons and stuff, some of the hards. Like, average is, like, a lot of, like, the things, like, a lot of the more advanced creatures, and, like, some of the dinos and stuff in there. Some of them are even an easy. So you've tamed it, so... It is now loyal to you. Next week, you'll be doing this again.
Oh, good.
Because the egg hatches before you get to the island.
Oh, good.
I just haven't worked out what its DC is going to be.
I mean, well, it's a newborn.
Yeah, but, like, DC is set based on rarity and type of creature, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Because this is... I actually used Stibbles to work out how long the egg was going to take to hatch. That's what that D100 on Thursday was for.
Oh, right.
That was how many days had already progressed on the egg when you bought it.
Mikey, could you roll me a D4?
And
a
then,
D4.
And then accompanied with...
Yeah, just a D4.
And then accompanied with the roll to deter...
Okay.
Then to accompany it with the roll of its percentages, you only ended up needing about 14 days for the egg to hatch.
Nice.
Which, as I said, it's 12 to 13 days, assuming, like, delays and everything. It's hatching at the start of next session. So what was that D4 for?
That was for Bailey.
Determine whether Carla gives a fuck about whether... It determines whether Carla gives a fuck about this egg, and whether he's going to help whoever decide to buy a random egg.
Fair.
It's like the only party member with animal handling.